Welcome back to Phcreativeway podcast. Today in episode 18, we will talk about the script writing process. It takes a lot of work to create a masterpiece that will be watched by millions or even billions of people around the world. There are elements to consider and best methods to employ. The script writing process begins with an idea, a story concept, a little seed. Will it though produce what we need? Not all ideas convert well onto the screen or the stage of a theater. Before we put all of our sweat and tears into an idea, we should answer the following questions. Is there an underlying theme or message? Are there certain motifs or symbolism that could enhance your story's goals? Is there a specific genre that you want to stick to? What should the audience take away from your story? After you have done all of that, after you have tested your idea, we can begin the fun part of brainstorming for other ideas. Slowly, we begin the building of our world setting and characters, and of course, the building of the plot. So, before we begin with the actual writing of the first draft, we should create an outline that will assist us and keep us on track. It should include characters, the main goals, the obstacles, how the protagonist overcomes, and the world setting. So there are three major parts as already mentioned. Developing characters is one of them. Ask yourself, who is this character? What is their personality? Why are they in the story? What motivates them? Do they have an important backstory? How do they relate to other characters? Developing the world setting is as equally important as developing the characters. It has a direct impact on the personality of the character and their motivation. As you build your world, answer these questions. Are there specific world rules that will affect characters? How do the characters relate to this setting? What is the history of the world? How do people communicate? What does nature look like? Or even architecture? A very important part of scriptwriting is also building a plot. It is extremely helpful to sketch out the major beats or events for each character that will take place. Key moments like introductions, conflicts, climaxes, and resolutions should be outlined to ensure that the narrative of our story runs smoothly. And then, after we have done our outline, we can begin with writing the first draft. The script writing structure generally sticks to the common three-act structure. In the first act, the main protagonist is established and the scene set. It jumpstarts the story. In the second act, the protagonist has a main goal but must face certain obstacles to reach it. In this act, the main character usually reaches their lower point. In the third act comes the climax. The protagonist achieves or maybe even fails to achieve or reach their main goal. After we have done our first draft, which includes all the dialogue, everything, take a step back. Take a step back from that paper, that computer, this specific script. Enjoy other projects, do other things, perhaps choose other activities altogether. This will allow you to approach the editing process that comes as the next step with a fresh mind and new energy. So, after we have done our first draft, it is time to revise it, to rewrite anything and everything that we know can be improved. When editing, writers are thinking about the big picture of how each story element brings their concept to life and how each fine detail fits in the bigger picture. And this process includes a lot of cutting. In this stage, it is also very helpful to get constructive feedback as it will ultimately improve the writing and final draft. That will be all for today. For more, you're free to welcome on my blog, Phcreativeway blog. Until next time, Shalom.